friend, am I a complete failure? In the past, I would never say I've changed my mind because to me that meant failure. If I committed to something, come hell or high water, I would deliver it to the best of my abilities. Failure wasn't an option. But I've learned over the last couple of years that there is a lot of magic in flexibility, and this can ultimately lead to better outcomes. When we make a decision, we are making the best decision we can at the time, given the facts, hopefully. But as we all know, shit happens. And I've learned that pushing through and ignoring information doesn't always lead to the best outcomes. One thing that guides me these days, and I can feel the old me getting ready to eye roll, is how things feel. I've noticed that I might be moving forward with something that seems logical, but something about it doesn't feel good. Now, I can't point to great science on this, and I know there is science that says not to rely on gut feelings. The old me would probably be rolling her eyes right now, convinced I'm about to suggest looking for fairies at the bottom of the garden, but I can offer you a scientific methodology. I have tested going with my gut rather than my logical brain. I've also pushed through my negative feelings to do the logical thing. And honestly, the latter has never resulted in great success for me. In recent years, I've tried to test this, and when I loosen my grip on logical and go with my gut feeling, I have discovered A, the journey sucks less, or not at all. B, I don't end up feeling like I've wasted my time. And C, things turn out better than my wildest dreams. Well, this is a lie, but you never know what's in store for me. So, this week, I want to encourage you to drop out of your logical mind occasionally and think about how things feel. Now, I'm not suggesting you make any drastic life changes like quitting your job because Mondays feel gross, but I'm inviting you to get curious about how things feel. Reflect on how things have worked out for you in the past when they have or have not felt right. Maybe experiment going with your gut on some smaller things. Perhaps take the path that feels right, even if it doesn't seem logical. I'm still learning how to trust that feeling rather than ignore it, but maybe we could learn together. Thank you for spending a moment with me. Sending you lots of love, Annie. I'm not sure how much this piece really brings across, although I try to bring it across, how much this has been a massive shift in my life. The old me was just so super logical. I've always been a logical, rational person, always overthought things, always planned things out. I've always been a planner, and I've always followed these plans regardless, and not regardless, because if that plan didn't work out, I would make another plan to follow. But I've always lived in the realm of the logical and the intellect. And definitely a huge shift for me, like I said, is over these last few years, is just really getting in tune to what feels right. And I remember the first time I sort of had this feeling, I rang my best friend to have one of those workshops you have with your best friend about something that I was feeling. And it was about, I was doing some postgrad study, and it just made sense for me to have this plan and follow this plan for postgrad study, but it just didn't feel right. And that feeling didn't make any sense because that plan that we were talking about really was the most sensible plan. But yeah, I remember talking to my friend, and she basically said, just trust your gut. Just go with that feeling. To her, my gut feeling made sense. And I went with that. And I mean, it's a sliding doors moment. Who knows how the other instance would have turned out, but definitely in hindsight, it looks like I made the right decision. And it was from that point in time that I just started questioning how I felt about things when things felt like the logical decision and just when things felt off, just sitting with that. And I definitely initially, I didn't, not that I didn't pay attention to, I didn't take action on it, but it definitely over a long time, I would just be more and more mindful and build awareness about how I was feeling about things, regardless of what logical decision I was making. And fast forward, I probably like 5, 6, 7 years now, I realize that like I just now by default I heavily rely on whether things feel right or not. And often I don't even bother really thinking things out if they don't feel right. So it's yeah, that's been a complete change in personality for me. But it feels like it was right for me. I both rationally and physiologically feel like that is the right path for me. And I mean, who knows if I had have just kept making rational choices that felt bad for the last 6 or 7 years, maybe life would still feel amazing, but I doubt it. I doubt it. And yeah, like I said, I'm a completely different person now, and life feels so much better and so much, and it is so different because I do use the way that I feel as a bit of a compass, as well as my logical brain. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense to you. And I am sending you loads of love and I will talk to you soon.